made it here to the job of the day. This morning we're back here continuing the big project that we started about 2 days ago. You can see here we still have a bunch of logs we have to pick up. We have this pile here, we have that pile there, a little bit of garbage there. We already cleaned up most of the grass. It was a huge mess, but we got most of it clean. I don't know how well you could see it, but you can kind of see Johnny over there with the mini. He's actually heading over to where the chip truck is. The guys are actually chipping up a pile of branches that we left from yesterday. I don't know if you guys have seen the previous video, but if you haven't, you should go check it out. They're chipping up those branches down there. We also have a pile of logs that we have to bring over here so we can pick them up. We're actually going to pass by with the bigger skid steer so we could just pick them up, load them easier into the truck. All the stumps are getting done. Like I said before, it's a total of 50 trees that we're knocking out here. We have a bunch on that side there. The other crew actually already knocked out a couple there yesterday, and we're dumping all the wood chips over there. I'm gonna head up there and grab our skid steer. I'll bring it back down and I'm gonna start loading up all these logs. Our GMC is actually over there. The GMC, our smaller truck, I'll bring that over, I'll load that up, and then I gotta go take it about 10 minutes away to get it dumped. You can see here's where we're dumping all the wood chip. We just have to spread it a little bit further down so we can keep dumping. It's gonna be a lot of chips. I'm gonna hop in the skid steer and we're gonna head over there and start loading up all the wood. It's completely full? Yeah, it like shows are completely dead. Oh, all right. All right, so I made it over here with the skid steer. You can see the guys are over there chipping up all those branches. I think my plan is I'm gonna put a couple in through here, then I'll close the doors, and then I'll start tossing them in through the side. The reason is because if I do them from the side from the start, they're gonna smash and drop right into the truck and they're gonna probably break something. So I'm gonna put in a couple, I'll close the doors, and then we'll start dropping them right in. We have a couple logs there ready to go. Now I'm gonna close the doors and I'm gonna come over the side here and I'm gonna dump all the rest of the wood. All done filling the first truck up. You can see my brother's heading over to get it dumped. I don't know how well you could see it, but the International is right there. I'm actually gonna go grab the skid steer and bring it over to that pile of wood there so I could just fill up the International where it is. Then when my brother gets back, he'll take it over to get it dumped, and then we'll continue filling up the GMC when he gets back. My brother made it back with the GMC, so now I'm gonna start over with that pile there on the other side of the stump grinder. Then when he comes back with the International again, we'll start loading up this pile again. This is most likely gonna take us all day, but we gotta get this all dumped. Alright, so I finished with the pile over there. I completely filled up the truck. My brother already left with it to get it dumped. Now the International is completely emptied, so I'm gonna start loading up all these logs here. Finished up with that pile there. You can see my brother's already taking the International over to get dumped. I got the GMC right here. I gotta place it here. We have this small pile here. I also have this pile of garbage that I'll just toss right into the truck there, no problem. The guys are actually on the other side of the street. They're continuing down the list of trees. I'm gonna finish up picking up these logs here, and then we'll move on to the other side, continue there. All done with the logs on that side there. Now we're moving on to the final pieces that are left here. The International is back and emptied. We're gonna knock this whole area out, and then we're gonna move over to where the guys are. If they need some help, we'll stay over there helping them out. If they don't, I'll start stump grinding, or I might start loading up the logs on that side there, but we'll see how much time we have left. Once we knock this, we'll head over there. All done with the logs on this side. I'm actually having a bit of an issue with this one here and this one. They're just too long for me to close the door. Grab myself a climbing saw. If anybody was wondering the model, 201 TC. I'm actually just gonna cut these two here, boom boom, then we'll close the door. They're actually gonna most likely fall, so grab them with the skid steer, then we'll close the door. Once we're done here, we're actually heading over to where the wood chips are. There's a bunch of logs we have to go pick up over there, so we're gonna knock this out and then we'll move the trucks over there. I actually did the cut like that so I could try to grab it and toss it in here, but obviously it didn't work. Let's cut this one and then we'll grab both of them, toss them in here. We're gonna be picking up this pile, that pile, then we have that third one there, a couple big ones here. They're not gonna all fit into this truck, most likely just this pile, a couple of these, or maybe a couple of those there. We'll see how many fit. It's already getting a bit late, so we'll most likely just finish filling this one up and then we'll call it a day. The International, when I was cutting the pieces in the back, you could see that there's still some room in there. So the dumping spot's actually on the way to the shop, so we'll most likely just fill this one up and then dump the International on the way to the shop as well. Then we'll call it a day, head back home. Got this truck completely full. We have about 3 pieces there and just one left on that side there. I think I'm gonna go look for my brother, tell him to go get this one dumped so we go have it empty for tomorrow. I'm gonna bring over the International. I'll fill up the rest of the International with these couple pieces here, and then I'll take that one to get dumped as well. That way we have 2 empty trucks for tomorrow. all done here. I was able to pick up all the logs. I already took the International down there. It's all ready to go. We're all done for the day. The guys are over there passing the blower one last time, getting the trucks all ready to go. I just came back here so I could show you what they've been up to all day. You can see here they have a huge pile of logs that I have to pick up. There's one log over there. You could kind of see all the stumps there. It was a total of 4 trees. I think it was 4 or 5 trees here. They were all up against that fence there. Really difficult, but they got them all done. They already cleaned up this whole area here, which I'm sure that took them most of the time just doing the cleanup. They passed the blower, left it all nice and clean. If you were wondering as well, the customer owns about 100 acres of property here. It took me like 15-20 minutes just to walk back here, just so you guys have kind of an idea of how far it is. Tomorrow we'll most likely pick this up while the guys continue up with the rest of the trees. I'll try to film the guys a little bit more tomorrow, them knocking out a couple trees, and then I'll continue with the logs. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it is tomorrow. But right now we're getting everything ready to go. We're gonna head back to the shop, call it a day. You can see he has a couple sheep there, a couple goats there, also has a couple turkeys there, the cows on the other side, horses. He has a bunch of different types of animals. But right now I'm gonna head all the way back over there. I'll probably show you guys a little bit of the walk over there. I'm sure a couple people might be interested in seeing the property a bit, but I'll walk all the way over there and then we'll head back to the shop, call it a day. I'm sure the guys are all about ready to go, so I'm gonna walk back there so we can head back to the shop. You can see all the turkeys, the chickens, the chicken coops. There's a log there that we have to pick up, and then we walk all the way around up to the main house, which I was actually across the street from the main house. Came from all the way down there, still walking, and we still haven't made it to the guys where they're chipping up. Couple horses, the donkey. I don't know how well you could see it, but the guys are right over there. Hey, what's up, big boy? And the gas light turns on as soon as we leave the job to head back to the shop. Gonna have to pass by and fill this truck up. What are you gonna do? $3.49 for regular right now, where we are. $3.65 for credit, for anybody else who was wondering. $110 later, and we're back on the road. Huge trailer. I really hope I don't hit anything right now. This gas station isn't meant for trucks, but it was the first one I saw. Luckily we even made it here, because it was still like 20 minutes before. Well, no, not 20 minutes, maybe a good 10-15 minutes with the car on E. But now we're heading back to the shop. We're gonna call it a day. I doubt you guys could see me that well, but I just want to thank anybody who took their time out of the day to watch the video. Any questions, any comments, any tips for me, leave them down below. Catch you guys next time. Oh, you smell the other dog, huh?